Bruh, ain't no way. Ain't no way! Look at this! And maybe you wonder why. You'll see so much clothes hanging up in my house. I gotta change this shirt. Oh my God, I hope not. I can tell already though. I can tell already. That's right. My wife washed my clothes. And you know what? There's a reason why we don't share bank accounts, and there's a reason why we don't wash each other's clothes. Because she dried my frickin' shirts, man. Oh my God. Woo! From here up, it's looking like all business. From here down, it's looking like Muttley what the f. Folks, it's time to get serious here. And I mean this in no sense of pity party. I feel like I probably made a mistake yesterday, and unbeknownst to me, like I didn't even realize that I did the damn shit. Maybe I came across a little too strong in relation to going to see my buddy Jelico. And I say maybe because, again, like I don't even pick up on it. Even when I was editing the video, I didn't really think it was all that bad. I was cracking a couple of jokes here and there, but maybe that wasn't the right place for it. And a lot of you guys would get offended on behalf of Jelico yesterday. So I want to say to all of you, I apologize for that. And I want to let you know also, first thing this morning, I did hit my buddy Jelico up, and I apologize to him as well. And I'll share more about that in just a minute. It's crazy with yesterday's video how the comment section was either for me or against me, and that's really not what I was hoping that it would be, because if it wasn't for me, then it was for my guy Jelico, and if it was for me, then it was so negative about my guy Jelico, and I really wasn't trying to make a little line in the sand there at all. I was simply sharing the fact that I was just a little butthurt, but I completely understood, and I said all of those things. So with that being said, yeah, man, I made a mistake yesterday, and I should have never went to his job site acting the fool. I was probably acting quite foolish, making an ass of myself, and I have regret for that. You know, when it comes to the video, especially the way that I do things, I'm always trying to be funny and entertaining with it. And I'm not trying to justify this at all, but the line gets blurred with, you know, how I need to be acting. And maybe it was selfishness, or maybe it was just a lack of regard. You know, it wasn't my job site. Maybe it was some kind of a subconscious haterade. Somebody said that I was acting like I was a hater yesterday. I can't honestly call it. So here's the deal. This morning I would reach out to my guy Jelico. I said, hey, I hope everything went well for you yesterday. Hope you guys rock and rolled on that thing. And he told me that they did, and that he's going to have that job done in the time frame that he said he was going to have the job done in. I'll just share with you the message that I sent to him. I said, sorry if I came across strong yesterday. My bad. Weren't my intentions. He said, don't apologize. We are both under the understanding of trying to find what works for the greater good. I guess him talking about me doing the content. I said, for sure, you're doing awesome, man, and I'm hella proud of you. Keep crushing it, and you are going to reach the goals that you have. And then he would respond and tell me that he found joy and that it feels good, and he appreciates that. And for me, he says, bro, you've been struggling. It's like poker, man. You can't always get a losing hand. A winning one is coming soon. You just got to be patient and wait. I forever am envious of your ambition. Thank you for your support, my bro. And I just said, yes, sir. So if I did come across as an asshole yesterday, again, that wasn't my intentions. And I did apologize, and I do realize I probably made a mistake doing so. So anyways, let's go ahead and turn the page and move on, folks. From yesterday's video, something good actually did come. Folks, I just landed the potential of a job, opportunity, a job to do, a side job, I should say. And it's a painting gig. From a fan, from the comment section. Actually had an opportunity to talk to this guy yesterday. His name is Justin. He's a local guy And he's got a trailer that I can paint, and what a diabolical story that goes into all of everything in relation to this guy. We'll save all of that for if and when this actually comes to be. I said that I could be available to do this next week, potentially even bringing my guy Gene along for this. So with all of that being mentioned, this potential great opportunity of a job prospect, a side job prospect, all of that's going to be tabled until next week. I've got to get the van ready to rock and roll again, meaning I got to get a battery for the van. That's going to be $100+. Clean out the van, make sure I got all my tools lined up. And then we'll be able to potentially get back to doing some side work and making videos about it. So, in essence, Joe will, in fact, do stuff. Coming soon. But let me go back to my guy Jelico real quick. You know, when I read that last message, it almost sounds like we're kind of going our separate ways. Maybe it is not meant to be him and I to work together, and more so, maybe that's a realization that he came to before I did. And I'm okay with that. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm mad about that or anything. You know what? It is what it is. He wants to be his own boss and probably feels like if he were to work with me that I would attempt to run the show. And there's probably quite a bit of truth to that. So I will always support him and, you know, hope the best for him, but I'm guessing that I'm just going to have to do so from arm's length. You know, I doubt that we're going to be going back on any job sites because I can't trust that I won't. I was simply talking about a drywall repair work, a patch job that somebody had done that looked like shit. He didn't do it. Nobody that he works with had done it, but somebody had raised a valid point in the comment section. They said, Joe's sitting here pointing out every little thing. You know, that's just going to be more work for him. Well, let me tell you something. Just call it the way that I perceive it. You take on a job like that, let's just say hypothetically, it may not go this way. We saw that patchwork. It was a noticeable patch. Wasn't the worst patch in the world, but it was noticeable that there had been a patch job done there. Man, you could get done doing all that work up in that house, and the homeowner's like, oh no, that don't look good. Now it's got a fresh coat of paint on it. Hey, that definitely don't look good. Why didn't y'all fix that? I'm not trying to justify me, you know, bringing it to light or anything like that, but it's just something that could happen. Anywho, just wanted to share this as we begin today. It's Wednesday. Man, we're halfway through this week of no child care, and that is a tough thing to deal with when your wife works and you're trying to work. So my wife's got a bunch of stuff she's got to do today. I'm going to have my son. We're going back to Funville today. And hopefully I'll be able to continue throughout the course of today, sharing with you this adventure of trying to get the most done that I can. Hopefully today will be chock full of interesting stuff to share with you guys. So, thanks for accompanying me. Oh, it's dark in here. All right, hey there. It is 9:53 in the morning. Daddy Do Right Daycare. We are on our way to Funville. Are we excited? Oh yeah. Liam's ready to play. Yeah. So, hopefully I'll be able to get some stuff done today. Got to work around my wife's schedule. And just a difficult week, but nonetheless, we're getting through it. And next week we'll be back on the grind, and I'm hoping by next week I've really got some stuff lined up. It's kind of exciting feeling like the prospect of this first job being there, and all it takes is one to really motivate you to want to go out there and get even more. I was talking with the guy who's given me this potential opportunity, and a big mistake that I feel like I made with my painting business is just because you have the money to do something doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work. And that's a lesson that I'm literally just now realizing from my time with the painting business. I dumped so much money into this thing and really was using my own money to fund this and keep it afloat, when if it weren't for that, that business would have been failed a long time before I finally just could no longer to keep it going. The short of it is this. I feel like with any type of a business, you really have to crawl before you walk. And I know that that sounds super freaking cliche, but I think with my painting business, I jumped into it and was trying to sprint before I could even crawl. What I mean by that is, let's look at what I'm getting ready to dabble with. Getting back to doing some odd job side work. Well, you know, if anything were to come from that, it would be because I built it from nothing. And by doing that would come a wealth of knowledge on, you know, how to make a business run smoothly. Because if it's becoming successful, well, obviously I would be doing something right. Something that I haven't done very much of over the course of time. Things the right way, that is. In fact, to even go back to just yesterday, more mistakes being made. The way that, you know, I came across, I guess, going to see my buddy Jelico on his job site. And notice how I keep saying, I guess. And that's really just because, man, I still don't necessarily fully believe that I came across all that screwed up. I think I've just got a really either condescending type of a demeanor, which is horrible, or I'm just delulu to the reality that maybe I'm a bigger a-hole than I ever thought or knew. And that's not good. That's a reflection moment here. Kind of looking in the mirror, eating crow, having a little bit of pie on my face. I think I'm so used to reacting to construction work that when I got over there and I saw that drywall repair in the ceiling, that's kind of what it turned into. But regardless, I did apologize, and again, I apologize to all of you if it came across any kind of way outside of what it was intended to come across as, which I don't even know what that is, but I know that it's certainly not what it appeared to be. Anyways, let me focus on the road, get my son to Funville. Hey, we'll film some Band-Aids all over the ground. Hopefully they've cleaned up this place, because the last time that we went here, it was kind of disgusting. Was that fun? Where are we going? Hey. Careful. You can go down the slide? Come on down the slide. Welcome to the jungle. Look at this. This is trifling. God, this is nasty. I don't know if this can even be cleaned. I've thought about asking, hey, can I just come clean this place? Right here, put him in here. Liam. mean, look at this. Kind of disgusting, actually. Hey, that's not the right one. That's only gonna put them up for these little guns, which don't work. Hey. There they go. Error. Not even on. None of the arcade games even really work. You want to do this? Well, this thing just got turned up to 1,000 in here. You've got 2 different summer camps up in here. Band-Aids all over the floor as well. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to keep an eye on Liam, and probably got, I don't know, I would say about 50 children in here right now, running rampant. I gotta be honest with you, that turned into a bit of a freaking nightmare in there. Hundreds of kids, thousands of them it felt like. No consideration whatsoever. It's a summer camp up in there. And Liam gets right in there though, you know. And I ain't gonna say the kids were bad. They were just having fun. But man, it's a lot of them in there. And they had their chaperones and all that, but it still was a lot to contend with. Let me get about this lady's way. All right, so hey, while we were there, I did get an email. I don't know if I told you guys or not, but I did put a ad out for doing odd jobs. And essentially you just pay us what you feel like it's worth. And you could pay us nothing if you felt like it was worth nothing. But there is a catch. I get to film a video of us doing work, which is, you know, what we do. So I had somebody reach out, and hopefully it comes through. How crazy would it be if this comes through? So it was a job to go clean out mouse poop from an addict. Oh man, that's the perfect gig right there, to be honest. That's right up my freaking wheelhouse. All right, let me figure out what I'm doing, because we got to do lunch, and I'll share more in a little bit. Back out in the shed, getting ready for a little afternoon Bobo over on twitch.tv/afterprisonshow. For any of you who may be so inclined, hey, let me show you a little setup real quick. Check this out. So what you're looking at right here is how I film certain videos. Got the mic sitting up here like I'm doing stand-up. Yeah, what a freaking interesting situation. So yeah, the camera would usually be right here, and it would be like this, and I'd be like, yo, I'm filming shorts, reacting to construction content, talking into this mic right here. Just a little show and tell. All right, hey, like I said, getting ready to do this live stream. Maybe try to do some rando visits. If you guys haven't been checking out this Bobo that I've been doing on Twitch, and you enjoyed seeing me do the random visits, well, you definitely ought to come check out these live streams. Because to say that I've been going hard with the visits, man, I have been. And yeah, these live streams are little intimate style coffee shop type of live streams. I say that when we only have like at most maybe 50 people in there. But it's cool. I enjoy doing it, and I'm able to get other content from those live streams and turn that into other content. Perfect example, somebody asked me a question yesterday about, can you get a different mattress in prison if you needed to? And that led to a good little answer that turned into a 3-minute video that's blowing up on TikTok right now. So, folks, earlier I was sharing with you guys the prospect of a job upcoming on Friday, cleaning up mice poop in an attic. The lady would respond to me. I think it's a lady. Yep, it's a lady. I had to remember what their name was. And said that she was surprised with my quick response. The way that I listed the ad, I said, hey, look, you know, you name the price, whatever. I don't even care if you don't even pay me. I mean, you know, it's a Joe business model. The catch is, though, I get to film it. And by doing so, I get to showcase Joe doing stuff. Could be something to it. So anyways, when I told her, hey, look, you know, the price is up to you, whatever you think it's worth. I haven't heard back yet, though. I said we could be there by Friday, 10 o'clock, me and my guy, Gene. But, you know, maybe she's thinking that whatever she could pay me is not even enough. Or, you know, for 2 guys, maybe it's just a one-man job. And, yeah, I mean, but I'm just trying to get back to the work. So I got to bring Gene along everywhere that I go, simply because of the fact, 2 reasons. One, I'm not leaving him behind. I don't mean to flick you off. 1, I'm not leaving him behind. And 2, Joe might not be able to do a whole hell of a lot. I'm still recovering from surgery, so yeah. Anyways, let me go ahead and wrap this up. Hey, that's where this video is going to end at. Thank you guys for rocking with me. I hope that you accept my apology. It is sincere. It is heartfelt. I hope that my friend Jelico accept it as well. There's going to be those who comment and possibly say, Joe, you don't owe nobody nothing. They owe you. Maybe you're right. Anyways, I'll look forward to sharing more with you guys real soon. And until then, take care.